Welcome back, my horde. So, we have Chris over again. We were actually just talking about random stuff in the office, and then I was like, we should really just do a podcast, because we're talking about a lot of random stuff that could be really good for a podcast.
Maybe.
Well, Tammy was bringing up the fact that William Shatner spent, 5 minutes in space?
10 minutes.
10 minutes in space? Just like, I guess it was the same rocket that Jeffrey Bezos used to go into space a couple months ago, whatever it was. And yeah, I guess when William Shatner came down, he was like actually in tears a bit, like overwhelmed with joy. And people were like, "Why are you crying?" Like blah blah. And like I was saying to like Chris, it's like if you really think about like a Mount Rushmore, even though I kept saying it really weirdly,
Mount Mushmore or something like that.
Yeah, I think I said Mount More.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But anyway, a Mount Rushmore of sci-fi people. I can actually honestly see some people putting him on their list.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because he is like like that entire series, like Gene Roddenberry and Star Trek, the original series.
Yep.
It did so much for sci-fi in general. Like,
yep.
You know, they're communicators. Basically, we have those now as cell phones. You know, they had freaking talking computers. And this is just stuff that they were making up in the fucking...
Yep.
What was it?
60s?
60s? Yeah, 70s or 60s. Somewhere in that area.
I'll
so
say
it's like,
60s.
We even have AR, or whatever you want to call it, where you can use your phone and see
Yeah.
projected stuff.
Like Pokemon Go, for example.
Yeah, Pokemon Go. Oh, yeah, and the Google Glasses was actually what was supposed to... to be fair, I really want to play... there's been talk about using that kind of stuff, like the Google Glasses kind of style for certain video games.
Yeah.
For like either paintball even, or like video games that are in a location.
Yep.
Like you go to a warehouse and they have like a video game you can walk through.
Augmented reality. Yep.
Yeah, which is so freaking awesome because like I saw one, and all it is you got the glasses on, and the walls are all there. But what's on the walls is just painted, one color.
Yep.
The glasses make it appear to be whatever you want it to appear to be. Including having it so, like, you can actually have people walk past the windows. So, like, you can use the same facility over and over and over, but for different things.
Different games, yep.
Different games or different experiences, like having people walk through with augmented reality and do a horror show. And asking, like, every time you guys, go through, instead of it being, oh my god, like, I've already seen this one, why would I go back to it? You can actually have, like, 6 different presets.
Yep.
And, like, everyone can have a different preset. Not, like, in your group. That'd be awful. It'd be funny, too. If you're, like, walking down and you're like, ah! Your friend's like, ah! What are you looking at? I don't see the scary monster!
That'd be hilarious.
So, yeah. That would be kind of amusing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, you could do stuff like that, with it. Like, paintball would be pretty awesome. Or even, like, laser tag.
Yep.
Laser tag would probably be better so you wouldn't have the paint everywhere. But, yeah, so laser tag wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I was going to say they even have, like, chest, like, harnesses that vibrate or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
To give a more authentic feel.
I've actually played laser tag with a full setup. It sucked for me at the time.
Yeah.
Because I was really sunburnt. So, like, the vest and everything chafed and everything. It just sucked. But it was a pretty cool experience overall.
One of the other ones I was thinking of is with virtual, VR. VR, no, just straight out VR. Having the treadmill.
Yep. Like they do in, like, Ready Player One.
Yeah, I guess I Never watched it.
No, but you still heard about it, like when you read about it.
I think it's so. Yeah, it was just the concept that you have like a thing where when you're moving one direction, it moves, but it's just a circle basically.
It's an omnidirectional, yeah.
So if you start like turning sideways and start going, it's still
Yeah.
you don't actually move anywhere. It's actually what I think the holodeck is kind of, does that, and then when you actually, that's why the holodeck has a problem though, is because it would have to actually bend light.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
Because when you're walking away from someone, it'd have to bend the light around that person to make them look like they're going away from you.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that they're like still like 12 feet from you or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the like holodecks would be really interesting.
Holodeck would be really cool.
Which I know that part of the holodeck in like Star Wars in Star Trek is they actually have it so all that stuff there when you touch it is actually real.
Yeah.
It's actually a quote unquote real tree.
It's hard light.
It's actually not only that. Apparently, they actually use according to what I understood, they use the replicators and the teleporters. And each holodeck actually has a small replicator and a small teleporter. And it actually replicates and teleports items in the area. So when you're picking up a like a cup, you're actually holding a cup.
Yeah.
Because they just teleported in and manufactured a cup.
Yeah.
So everything there is actually theoretically real. Mm. It's not as much light, except for like the backgrounding and stuff. It's like it makes it look more realistic, I guess.
Excuse me. Yeah.
It's really. I think it's the problem that a lot of people were asking about. Well, how can this work and how can this work? So they just started coming up with more and more stuff.
But they also obviously still have to have like hard light stuff because in Voyager they have the EMH.
Yeah.
The emergency one. So he obviously is more hard light or weirdly slapped together.
I was gonna say also with Star Trek, there's a couple things that don't make sense. So overall, not saying like if there's anything like I was gonna say like the speed, like
I knew you were going to get into that.
the speed is actually
It's your biggest complaint.
Just because it changes from the original to this one.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of weird things that change with it and stuff like that. Which when you looked it up, it was confusing as well.
Yeah.
Koshka is we have a box. I'm pretty sure I brought this box up like every single time we talk about this. We have a box for our fan. Our tower fan. And I don't want to throw away the box because Koshka loves the box.
For some reason.
Like, she loves getting into... Yeah, I'm going to put it down.
Yeah, I was going to say...
It's standing up right now.
Yeah, it's standing on end, so it's tall side up, and she keeps wanting to try and get in it, which means that she would plummet, like, at least a 3.5 foot drop.
It's open on that end, hon.
Yeah.
No kitten.
I mean, she'd be fine, but she'd knock the box over.
Yeah.
And it'd be a loud crash.
Yeah. But no, every time we stand it up, she's just, like, looking down and going, why is it standing up?
Why is my box upright? I wanted my box. And then we put it down, and then she's like,
nah, I'm good.
Well, she's good right now.
I'll look at it later.
But yeah. There was other stuff that we were talking about. I just can't remember it all. And now that, we're actually recording.
Yeah, well, we were talking about Far Cry 6.
Oh, yeah. Because Chris started playing that.
Yep.
I played it on Monday, and I'll be playing it again on Monday.
I played it, I started playing it Tuesday afternoon, after I got up.
Yeah, Chris is a little bit further than I am.
Yep. I think I've played it overall more.
Yeah.
Even with me playing with Jay, playing on Jay's, in Jay's world, for lack of a better word. So his progress and whatever else.
Yeah, does that move over to yours, or do you not know?
I don't know, because we didn't progress farther than me.
Okay.
But for example, if I'm there and you open a chest, I'll get stuff too. which
Okay.
is really cool.
Yeah.
So like separate
Yeah.
loot.
Yep. I wasn't sure how that was going to work. But you open a chest, and if, like, I've already opened that chest, I'll get something else. Whether it's a material or some clothing
Yeah.
or whatever. That's how I got, like, pretty much all my sets that I have. Is Jay opening chests.
Cool. I know I have to play with one of you guys at some point for one achievement.
Yep.
I think it's just the one achievement,
I think so.
so it's not that bad. Bam. The game starts off with like described text. So it's like when we start playing, I think it's like Far Cry 6. Press start.
No, press A to start.
Oh yeah,
It's
press
like,
A,
what?
what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? And then it starts like reading. I'm like, oh no, we gotta get rid of you.
Yep. I like described video for certain things, but I don't need it for my video games. Like, if I've seen a movie a couple times, I like watching described video, because sometimes what they're describing is kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I said, I don't need it for my video games. I'm good.
Reminds me of me and Tammy will watch movie recaps on YouTube.
Yeah.
And basically just explain the entire movie to you.
Yeah.
In like under 20 minutes usually.
And when
I think you mentioned that last week.
I've mentioned it a couple times because we watched a lot. And it's like some movies that we just would never watch. Like, some of them I'm so glad I watched it via this way,
Yeah.
then watched it via the regular way. Because there's a couple of them where I'm like, oh, if I watched the ending of this movie, I would just be like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry for yelling, guys. Because I just realized I just, like, pitched hard there. No, like, fucking one of them was, like, it's not a bad movie. It didn't look like a bad movie. It's just, as the movie's progressing, they're going very supernatural with it, very heavy.
Okay.
And I wish they hadn't. Like, it's about this all-girls school. Everyone's leaving. The only two people that are left there is this one girl who's, like, super popular. She's even got a boyfriend, somehow.
Uh-huh.
And her friend, whose parents didn't show up for their thing. Neither one of their parents showed up for this event. The difference is the popular girl didn't tell her parents the right date.
Yeah.
And the other girl, her parents died in a car crash.
Okay.
So, as they're progressing, the girl whose parents died in a car crash, she gets left behind in this school by herself. And she just gives into Satan.
Okay.
Because I guess he calls her at one point and goes, I'll be there for you.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, okay.
Because she's depressed and lonely and no one's helping her. Because Miss Popular went out with a date with her boyfriend and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, pretty much she gets taken over. Weird shit happens.
And then she
kills
just
some
murders
people.
everybody. She murders everybody. The two nuns and the popular girl.
Oh, yeah.
And then after being killed, she gets exorcism. The being leaves her and goes into a different body.
Yeah.
What? Anyway, and then that body in that the girl, the new body, she kills fucking her friend's parents, the popular girl's parents. She kills them, and then fucking goes back to the school, which has been closed down because there was the girl that got possessed by a demon and killed everyone, or killed 3 people, and then she starts crying because he's not there anymore.
I'm
And
pretty sure it's the same chick.
It's not the same chick. I'm pretty sure it's a different chick, but you could be because I think she looks different.
Yeah,
But it was like
9 years or so passed, and
seemed like how they seemed like it was the fact that it was a different girl.
Yeah.
Who got all the other girls' memories, but nonetheless,
I figured that it was the same girl, but
I think it's when she, like, from what I could grasp, again, it was a supernatural, weird fucking thing. It seemed like when the girl was exorcismed, that
Exorcised.
yeah. She her spirit left her body and went to a different person.
What movie was this? Do you
But
know?
no, I can't remember. But no, you're probably right, Tams, because of the shot in the shoulder from the cop.
Yeah, and then when she was exorcised, they sent her to an insane asylum to get help, and then she either escaped it or she was released or whatever, and she was trying to make her way back to the school and blah 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 blah. Yeah.
But I kind of wish it was. I wish the entire movie. I kind of just wish that she actually wasn't possessed. That she had just mentally broke. That there was nothing supernatural about it. It was just like the concept that she actually is broken.
Have you ever seen the movies Final Destination? Any of them?
Yes.
Okay. So I just finished watching all of them. I liked the first one. I liked how the kills were accidental.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's actually a movie that reminded me of that. So,
But the thing I hated about the only thing I really didn't like about the other four was how it was very obvious
yeah,
that it was a supernatural death or whatever coming after him.
there's
Like there's one scene where a guy dies in a bathroom. You can see the water literally going out to where he is, so he'll slip on it. And then after he's dead, it gets sucked back in. And I thought that's. I didn't like that.
Yeah, no. There's a movie again, the recaps that we watch, where everyone has their cell phone,
Yep.
and you can get this app that tells you when you're going to die.
That one's called Countdown, or at least that's the app.
Yeah, the app was called. But anyway, so when you're, whatever it tells you, you have to agree to terms of services.
Of course.
You know, and then basically what happens is at one point the girl, this is where I was already on board of this is stupid. The girl has 12 hours, like 6 hours or something like that before she dies. That's what it says, 6 hours before you die.
Okay.
She's like, whatever. She goes to the car. She's talking to her boyfriend. He's drunk and wants to drive. And she's like, I'm not getting in the car with you while you're drunk.
Yeah.
And she gets out of the car and walks home.
Yeah.
While at home, she's doing some stuff, and a creature comes out, basically grabs her, and smashes her head against the fucking side of her tub and kills her.
Oh, yeah.
Because she broke the terms of services. And then it shows at the exact same time that she dies, he gets into a car accident, and a wood impales her.
Yeah.
Would have impaled her.
Yeah.
I'm like, the problem is that that should not be breaking the terms of services. I would have, first off, the problem is that even if it wasn't for this death app, it looks like she would have still said, no, I'm not getting in the goddamn car with you. You're fucking drunk.
Yeah. It's not out of character.
It doesn't feel like it's out of character.
Yeah.
I would have had it where, because of that, she goes home, and as she's walking home going, like, I stop the timer, or whatever, that someone just mugs her and kills her.
Yeah. Or she gets hit by a vehicle.
Yes.
Something like that.
Or when she got home, instead of the grabbing her and killing her, that she herself slips and dies.
Yep.
Like...
Yeah, and that's like I said, my biggest problem with the Final Destination movies is I'm fine with the fact that death is out to get them.
Yep. But make it natural, not this...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, in the second movie where a guy is killed in the bathroom, you can literally see the water come out from underneath the toilet or whatever, go to where he is so he slips,
but,
and then you retract.
Yeah, you shouldn't have retracted.
Yeah.
No, and then the second kill in that movie... I can't remember the second kill in that movie now, but it was something stupid too, where he broke the terms of services somehow by not doing something, and then fucking the being grabbed him and killed him. But it was like, it doesn't look natural anymore. It's like,
yeah. One of them was literally, a girl got into the shower, and I don't know how she was supposed to die originally, but she gets in the shower and then she gets stabbed in the face a bunch of times with a pair of scissors, and then it turns out that supposedly she stabbed herself a bunch of times in the face.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that was the other thing.
okay.
It's like, yeah. Actually, I don't remember if that was the exact same movie or not. That was maybe another one, but yeah. Anyway, we didn't even watch the ending of how that one ended because we were just like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, one that we did watch that was pretty interesting was a movie that was dealing with a drug that people can take.
Okay.
And when you take the drug, you teleport back in time to a spontaneous point in time based on your location at the exact moment.
Okay.
And when you take the drug and stuff like that, you're there for 5 minutes or something like that. Or 7 minutes, I think is what it was. And then you teleport back.
Okay.
But if you're not in the same spot, you're stuck there forever. But a lot of the times, like, when people get stabbed, they, like, legitimately are, like the one girl died from a snake bite.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, there's not been snakes like that in this area for, like, over 100 years.
Yeah.
Or the one guy, he was in the elevator when it happened to him, and he fell from the elevator's height down into sand.
Yeah.
And just basically died. And then when they went to go find him, they found him at the bottom of the elevator shaft, because that's where he theoretically appeared. Despite the fact that that shouldn't have happened, but I guess it's maybe as long as you're close. But then, like, the whole story boils down to, like, you're following two paramedics. They're looking, like, from, like, a ambulance.
Yeah.
Who are looking into these, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? And the one guy starts figuring it out a little bit, and then the other guy's daughter goes missing, and the first guy figures out, oh no, the daughter had taken this drug, and so he actually goes to where he thinks that she was, and he actually tries rescuing her, and that's when he finds out that you have to be back in the area, and all this stuff, and he gives her his drug, and then he doesn't make it there quick enough, so he just lets her go, and he's stuck in the Civil War.
Oh yeah.
But he saved her. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it's also really weird watching people in those movies that you know from other things that had not been famous at that time.
Yep.
Or are famous for something else. Are in this movie. Like, in that one, the guy that plays Falcon is in it.
Okay.
In another movie about cannibalism, the guy that plays John Walker / the second Captain America.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He is in that movie.
Yeah. And
then there's another one that we watched. It was the guy that played Sherlock in Elementary.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, like in one of the Final Destination movies. Not that you would know him, but there was an actor who, from the show Legends of Tomorrow.
Okay.
He's in it. It's like, I was watching the movie. It's like he looks familiar. Finally look him up. Oh, okay. He's from Legends of Tomorrow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, you see these movies that maybe you've seen before, and there's this actor in it that at the time didn't mean anything to you, but you go back to it now, and it's like, oh, I know him from this or this or this.
Ackles.
Yep.
Jason Ackles is one of the ones that...
Jensen, sorry.
He's one of the ones that I really think of when I do that. Because I remember watching a movie with him in it.
He was in My Bloody Valentine. I don't know what else he's been in.
I think it was Devour?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's a weird, kind of supernaturally messed up with your, playing with your mind kind of thing.
Yeah, that one's very supernatural and deals with, like, Satan and stuff like that-ish kind of concepts. But at the exact same time, no one else sees any of it. So a lot of it makes it look like it's you that's doing it.
Yep.
Like, I think at the end of it, he's trying to, like, tell Satan, no, I'm not going with you. And Satan goes, well, if you're not going to join me, then I have no use for you. And basically just has a bunch of murdered bodies around him and him just covered in blood.
Oh, yeah.
And cops find him. I think is how that ends, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it turns out that, he has a sister. And his sister accepted him, Satan, so he has no use for him. He just needs someone from that bloodline.
Well, I know that, I can't think of the actor's name, the guy who plays Sam.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the Friday the 13th remake.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of remakes, I'm actually really wanting to watch Dune. The remake.
I've never seen any of the Dune movies, so...
I have. Because of, one of Tammy's friends. Well, it's my friend too, but...
Yeah.
Really, Tammy spent a lot more time with her because they were co-workers at one point too. But yeah, we went to their house a lot, and so many. Like we watched all the the stuff that she had for it. So, and she's like, "Oh, they're remaking it." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, well." I'm like, "Yeah, I think they're trying to actually make it popular again because they've been trying like the entire time." She's like,
They've tried
"Yeah, they have tried." I'm like, "So I think they're trying again now that they have better technology. They can use better things." I'm like, "And Dave Bautista's in it." She's like, "Who?" I'm like, "Drax the Destroyer." She's like, "Who?" I'm like, "Guardians of the Galaxy, green guy." And she's like, okay, I got you now.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he is invisible, right?
Oh, yeah.
He has the invisibility power.
Yep.
No, it was interesting.
I love those movies. So good.
I only liked the first one. I didn't like the second one.
You didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
No, I didn't. It wasn't as good in my opinion.
No, it wasn't bad. I'd still watch it.
The soundtrack was a lot better than number one.
Yeah, well, what was the there was one of them that I didn't like. I can't remember which one now. I'm thinking about Jessica Jones season
Yeah.
with frickin' her mother. That was awful.
Yes.
That-
Yeah, it was.
Like, I know a lot of people don't like those Netflix ones.
But they were
Sadly.
good. They were really good. I actually just started rewatching Daredevil.
But yeah, no. Besides Jessica Jones one with her mother, everything else was good.
A lot of people didn't like Iron Fist.
I don't know why. Oh, I know that some people didn't like it because they thought they're whitewashing it.
They really weren't.
I'm like, no, that's how it was.
Danny Rand was
If they
He
were
was a rich white boy.
if they were whitewashing it, they had whitewashed it back when they made the character.
Yes.
Until then, everything else was good.
I was talking to my friend, and he was commenting there are certain things about the characters that you can't change. For example, Daredevil.
Yeah,
He has to be Catholic.
I was to say yes. There's that too. Yeah.
He has to be Catholic. Other than that, he can be whatever color, really. He could be a black guy, he could be an Oriental fella, as long as he is Catholic. That is the biggest thing about Daredevil, is his Catholic guilt.
You know, Luke Cage kind of has to be. A
Luke
black
Cage
guy.
has to be black.
Just kind of has to.
Yep.
Or another minority that is
Yeah.
discriminated against.
Yep. I guess they could probably get away with it, him being
But
Mexican.
he also has to be large.
Yes.
Yeah, but he'd have to be a large
Yeah.
guy. It's like
Jessica Jones, well, honestly, as long as she's an alcoholic.
yeah. But again, I don't know. I don't like when they mess around with that too much. Like,
Yeah, I don't either. I'm just saying that they could have. As long as you keep certain things about the character that you know, that are defining
Yeah.
traits.
Like-
With Iron Fist, he has to be a rich white guy.
Yeah. Well, I think honestly, like I said, I don't think he has to be white. It's just he has to be rich. But my point still being
He can't be Asian.
Yeah, no, that's true. But no, I think just the biggest thing is the fact that if they want to do things like that, in my personal opinion, if they want an Iron Fist who is a female, or an, you have the mic right next to you. Like, if you're gonna cough, just step back. Like you're leaning into the mic. Anyway, what I was just gonna say is if they want to have a female Iron Fist or a Mexican Iron Fist or
That's
whatever
fine.
the fuck.
It just can't be Danny Rand.
No, yeah, exactly. That's the concept right there. It should not be Danny Rand. Like that's the biggest thing. It's like make a new character. It's like when they fucking made the Netflix one with Death Note.
Yeah.
That's why I hate it so much. Is because they used the exact same characters.
Yeah.
Use different characters and it would have been fine.
Yep.
But you're not using the right characters and then you change them all. Like.
Yep.
Can be in the same universe, same realm.
Yep.
Yeah, it just shouldn't be that person.
Yep.
Like, especially when you change how he acts. Like, I didn't like the fact that, I never watched it. I just read things about him. But, like, I didn't like the idea when I was reading it. It's like, that the main character is not smart as fuck.
Yep. That
was...
Light is very smart, he's very manipulative, and he knows how to play.
Yeah. And then that's the thing. It's like, that's what that character was. He was so freaking smart.
Yep.
And then the girl, she's a famous actor, famous. who feels that she has no friends.
Yeah.
And she gets this bond with this other famous being, which is, what does he call himself?
Akira.
Akira, yeah. Is that actually what he calls himself when he starts killing people? Okay. I actually didn't remember, so.
It's either Akira or just Kira.
But nonetheless, when he starts killing people, he starts going by that name, and she falls for that guy.
Yeah.
Because he saves her at one point. I'm pretty sure by accident.
Probably.
Well, I'm pretty sure what happens is that...
I've never actually watched the anime or read the manga, so...
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what happens is that she's being, like, stalked or something like that, and he just kills that guy off.
Yeah.
So she, like, falls for him, and then basically when she finds out that Light is him, she's just all over him. She's not dumb, but she's naive.
Yeah.
And then you got Elle, who is just a genius.
Yeah. It was a thing for sweets.
It's Kira.
Hmm?
It's Kira.
Kira. Okay.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah.
Which I think is meant to be a play on words for killer. If you think about it.
Could be.
Okay, well, unless there's anything else you guys want to do, I could see Chris getting antsy in his pantsy.
Yeah, I gotta go pick up my kid.
Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys whenever.